Finally, guys, it's about time for me to share my experience with you. My 1 year experience living in Canada. Although it turned 1 year like 3 months back, but I've not been able to make the video, like procrastinating, busy. See, I used to think when you're in Canada, you won't be so busy, but it's a lie. So many things to do. When you are executing one, you are starting another, like it choke. But today I said no way I would share my experience because even though it's 1 year, it's looking like 3 years. First of all, I want to appreciate God because if not God, we can't even live, not talk of survive. But God has been faithful. So first, it has not really been so easy in Canada, and at the same time, it has been interesting. We have the good side, we have the bad side. I am just going to give everything out raw in this video. Like when I came into Canada, I learned some things the hard way. At some point, I was frustrated. You see, when you come to this country, you will need to relearn, unlearn. I don't know how they say it, but so many things will just change when you come to this place. And like I said, I learned some things in the hard way. Without any further ado, I'll be diving straight into the video. But before then, as usual, if you are new to this channel, I greet you specially, and don't forget to like, comment and share this video. And if you are yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? This is a beautiful family where you can join. I share amazing tips as per Japa. In fact, anything at all, lifestyle, I do them on this channel. I'll be talking about the weather. The weather in Canada is very funny, and we have extreme temperatures. But it was not too bad as it were because I moved into Canada from the UK, and I was living in the coldest part of UK. I was living in Aberdeen. So I would say Aberdeen prepared me for the weather in Canada. But that is not to say they are the same. Never the same. You can't compare the coldness of Canada to that of the UK, and you can't also compare the hotness of Canada to the UK. No, but somehow UK prepared me. And you know what amazes me? People that were born in Canada, like my colleagues, they will still be complaining about the weather. So not to talk of me that is just barely a year here. So the weather is funny. The weather dictates your outfit. If it's cold, you don't need to be told that you put on your jacket. If it is hot, we have 4 different seasons here. We have the winter, summer, fall, and spring. So as at the time of making this video, this is fall. Like this is the beginning of fall. We just finished summer. Since it's the beginning, it still fluctuates. Sometimes it will be a bit hot, sometimes cold. But fall is known for the cool breeze and leaves falling, leaves changing color, blah, blah, blah. So my first experience, the weather. And I can't tell you I have fully adjusted, because it's something that keeps happening. It's a yearly thing. Before you adjust to this, another one. And there are some things that come with this change of seasons. Like when we are moving from one season to another, you start seeing flies, bugs, insects, and many of them. And we'll be told to use insect repellents. Let me tell you, those things to me, they don't really work. Sometimes my son will just wake up with different bites, So I'm just still trying to adjust. In fact, this year, not that bad. Last year when I just came, oh my gosh, all my body, like everything has cleared off now. Like we are coping. We now know when to close the door, like that. So that's it. Healthcare system, like it's not that bad, but most persons will tell you it's not easy to get doctors. Yeah, very true. But it is interesting to know that the healthcare system is mainly funded by the government. So that means most of the services you get are kind of free, and you have the place of insurance. So I have been enjoying my insurance, Whatever my insurance cannot cover, that of my husband will cover it. So far, I have not really had any bad experience making use of the healthcare system. Although some persons have complained that it's not easy, when it's everybody's prayer not to really see something that relates to emergency. So for the healthcare system, for the past 1 year, it has been good. So I can't talk for other years because, but so far, it has been nice. Yeah. The cost of living is high here in Canada, but most persons don't know. The way they do it here is kind of stylish. There was a time I bought fish from the grocery store. When I went back, I didn't see the size I used to buy. And on top of it, the price like tripled. The way they do it slowly. It doesn't just happen once. They just put prices on things gradually, like that. So if you're talking about cost of living is high here, but that is not to say it is only Canada, but I'm just talking for myself. Some things I bought when I just moved in last year, when I go back again to check those things, yeah, but thank God the province where I'm staying is not that expensive, although some places will still tell you it's expensive. I'm just talking for myself because I've not been to other provinces. But from what I've read from researches that Saskatchewan is a developing province, so it means the cost of living is low. But generally, cost of living is high. But the good thing is that even with the tax and everything, with your benefits, to an extent, it would cover. Then I also noticed that when you go to some places, maybe to buy food, like restaurants, sometimes they want you to tip them. I say so, we also tip here. Yeah, if you tip them, they're always happy. If you don't tip them, not that they will use it against you, but it will just be like, the way you will feel now when you turn someone down or when someone turns you down. So tipping is here in Canada. Then I'll be talking about the cultural adjustments, how I have been able to cope for the past 1 year. Canada is multicultural. You see different people with different behaviors, different skin colors, different ways of talking, different colors of hair, like that. So that is Canada for you. Then the number one thing I notice is that they don't care. Like, you can just see your neighbor and walk past and nothing happens. It's just recently I started noticing that the children, they greet. Where I'm coming from, you can't go past an elder or someone senior to you without at least saying good afternoon, good morning. But it's not like that here. Here it's not by force, and But where I work, the white people there greet, hello, good morning, good morning. So I want to believe it's more like an individual thing. But I taught my kids to greet. Yeah, when you see someone senior to you, it doesn't take you anything. If you are greeting a white person, speak English. If it's someone that is your tribe, you can greet in our dialect. You understand? So we are trying to adjust to the cultural nature, not taking it personally when someone doesn't return your greetings back. I've ever greeted somebody and the person will just be looking at you like, oh. And initially I used to be embarrassed, but now I just look at it as it's one of those things. So yeah, to an extent, Canadians are polite, don't get me wrong. They are very, very polite. Like the ones that know what they are doing, they are polite. They will greet you. They will do everything like that. But other times you will just see some persons that maybe they don't just like your kind of person and they will not have anything to do with you. So here there are also different languages. I used to think Canadians were the real people here. I don't know how to explain it. But we still have the main people, like we used to call it son of the soil. We call them Aboriginals. When you see them, they are not like the Canadians, and they have unique shapes. You understand? I don't really know how to describe them. Somebody told me All these ones, they came here. These ones we are calling Canadians, they're not the real people here. The real people are the Aboriginals. So I didn't get to know that until my coming here. You understand? Yeah, I wrote out all these points so that I don't miss out anything. So I'm just trying to double check, okay? Then coming to employment challenges. um First of all, it's no longer easy to get jobs here compared to what I've been hearing before now, that before now jobs everywhere, but from what we have been seeing lately, it's not easy to get a job. But that is not to say that some persons are not getting jobs. Some people will get job even before landing Canada. Some will stay 2 months, some will stay 5 months, some will stay even a year. And that makes so many persons to settle for menial jobs. They will say, okay, let me hold this first till I get my desired job. So for me, it took me about 2 months plus to get this job I am doing. And yeah, I appreciate God for that. So coming to getting jobs here, it is not because there are no jobs per se. Sometimes Canadian experience is required. If you don't have Canadian experience, sometimes it can make you not to get jobs so fast. So apart from that, they don't joke with certifications here. Where I'm coming from, there are some jobs that ordinarily you should have your license before you start working. But as it is over there, you can just start working. But here, there are some jobs that if you don't have license for that job, it will be difficult for you to work. So, credential recognition, then the best and the fastest way to get job here is through referral. I know, yes, God over everything, but referral really works, and that is how so many persons have gotten jobs here. E.g., me, it was through referral, because many persons are submitting applications daily. Until someone tells you that, tell the HR that you are from me. That is when they can single your application out. Even though it sounds awkward, but through referral is what I have noticed here in Canada for the past 12 months plus that I have been here. Yeah. Now, let me talk about transportation. Yeah, so far so good. Transportation system has not been that bad, because even before we got a car, I was using the public transport and it didn't really disappoint one day. Yeah, sometimes there could be delays, especially during the winter. But then my place of work is somewhere I can actually walk to. So when I see that the bus is delaying, I can just time myself. Oh, Joy, walk very fast so that you can get to your place of work. But so far, it's not been bad because many people have cars here. So sometimes the bus will even be empty or almost empty. So the transportation system is not bad. But when you compare the vehicles, is it vehicles now, the buses, when you compare it to that of the UK, no go area. No go area. As at the time I left Aberdeen, they were using electric buses. The buses we have here, they are like generators, very loud, So that's how the transportation system here. But you can't compare. You can't compare that of UK. You can rely on UK transportation system, public transport system. You can rely on that one. Like when you want to compare, that is more reliable. So that's for the public transport system. Then for the driving, that one is another story on its own. It's not easy to get a driver's license here, especially when you are starting from the scratch. You will go through different stages. You will have your temporary license for some time. Like you will do the written exam. Then after the written exam, then you will do the road test. If you are starting from the scratch, then you have to do the 6 hours in and 6 hours out. That is 6 hours of lectures, then 6 hours training on the road or driving on the road. So it's not easy, and there are penalties for you not doing the right thing as a driver here in Canada. You will get tickets if you are breaking the law, but that is not to say that some persons are not driving. Like, what am I trying to say? Some unlicensed persons too, I believe some of them could be driving, but as long as you are not caught, good for you. But if you are caught, you may be the scapegoat. I'm not encouraging anybody to drive without license, but I strongly believe that there are some persons here that are driving with expired license, or you understand. But the ideal thing to do is get your license and follow the rules, that is the traffic rules and the rest. So driving so far for me has not been bad. It has been sweet. You know, when everybody knows what to do, you won't get into trouble like that, like that. So coming to social integration, trying to make friends. Number one, I'm not the type that easily make friends. Although I can be happy being on my own. That's the kind of person I am. And I select my friends carefully before I call you a friend. Then you will know I will have done my research. You understand? I'm not perfect though, but you just have to move with someone with your kind of nature. You understand? So it's not easy making friend here for me. It's not easy, but because everybody is busy. You know, in those days, somebody would just come and visit, we'll talk, we'll gist. Everybody is busy here. So sometimes weekends, what we try to do is to just build a circle, build a community, maybe through WhatsApp or maybe through church. Yes, the church is one place I'll be able to make friends, because sometimes you just need it, because here could be very, very lonely. Sometimes I just sit down and start thinking of my parents, my siblings. Oh, it's been a while. When am I going to see them? You can become homesick here, which I've experienced a couple of times. Now, the system here, to understand the system here, it's like you need a manual. The way their banking system works, it's not what you can understand in a day. I know a number of times I had to call the bank. Okay, what do I do? Okay, if I want to increase my credit score, my credit card, what do I do? Oh, I was scammed, this and that. And why? Oh, they will tell me this, that. So even up till now, I'm still trying to understand the system. Oh, how do I save that I will not be taxed? You know, what kind of many things like that. So for the banking system, I'm still trying to understand it. For the government services, talking about the CRA, maybe EI, anything related to the government, taxes, my sister, my brother, I'm still trying to understand the system. So I cannot tell you, though I'm no longer that novice. No, when you just come, you don't just know your left from your right. No, I'm not that novice of maybe somebody just came yesterday or 2 days ago. But I have not still known it all. And I don't believe I will even know everything. That moment, I would think, oh, now I am understanding the system. Somebody just tell me, Joy, do you know something about that? See, is that a new? And they say, no, it has been existing, you know, something like that. Here, we also have language skills. Language skills like French, English are the major official languages here, and God knows I've been trying to work on my French skills. Another thing I've noticed about Canadians is that they are time conscious. I also got into trouble for that. If they say something will come up, say 5 o'clock, it is best you are there at least 5:50. Sorry, 4:50. Yeah. So they are very, very time conscious. I learned the hard way. Nobody told me that, Joy, even if it's 5 o'clock, you should be here like 4:40 or 4:50. So that was something I also learned in the hard way within my 1 year of staying here. So Canadians are time conscious. They don't also joke with seasonal celebrations here. They make sure that they observe it. It's just my 1 year here, and any celebration I will ask, they will tell me this is what they do every year. So they don't joke with seasonal celebrations here, like Thanksgiving Day, Remembrance Day, Canada Day, like that, like that. And another thing I've noticed here is that they love sports. They have this sports culture, like hockey, you know, kids engaging in all these things. And again, they also have all these indoor and outdoor activities that is determined by the weather. If it is cold, more of indoor. If it is summer, more of outdoor activities. Here, what I've noticed is that they do more of community services, they do volunteering. It is not our way, where I'm coming from. Imagine you volunteering yourself for something without being paid. You understand? So most persons do this because of the love they have for it. Some do it to get experience. And They also do so much charity here. Since I came here, I know many things I've gotten all in the name of charity. And I am also trying to imbibe that culture. You know, when you're in the room, you do as the Romans do. So that is exactly what is taking place now. Yeah. Then another thing, though it's not part of what I wrote here, is you have to choose your friends wisely and avoid negative people here. You know, when you just come into a new place, you have some set of persons that will more like they will be discouraging you. They always make it look like things are just generally hard here in Canada. There was this person, all the person knew was just to discourage. They don't pass driving once. They don't do this thing once. So you need to select your friend wisely here. It's the one that will push you to your success that you should follow, not the one that will always look for something negative to say about whatever you do. So that is not here, but I just felt like I should also say it. So far, it has not been that bad since my 1 year of living in Canada. And if you ask me, Joe, will you still like to stay in Canada? I will give you a big yes. Yes, because adaptation is still taking place, but notwithstanding, is a good place to stay. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. See you all in my next one. Bye.